We'll sue them for anywhere between $1 billion and $5 billion, probably sometime next week.
So you're already thinking?
Well, I think I have to do it. I mean, they've even admitted that they cheated.
The BBC apologizing to President Trump, but not compensating him after editing his January 6th remarks ahead of the Capitol riot. The network's documentary omitted the reference Trump made to march to the Capitol peacefully and patriotically. Instead, he appears to say we're going to fight like hell, which was from another portion of the speech about election integrity. Watch.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong. We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. Lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Joining us now is Fox News contributor Mary Katharine Ham. Great to see you in New York, Mary Katharine.
Good to see you, too.
What's your reaction to that?
I mean, look, this is maliciously done. It can't not be. The internal report that revealed this is blistering on many fronts, on trans issues, on the Palestine, Gaza, Israel front as well. The bias is built in here. Look, I think I was a little surprised that they actually let go a couple of people in the wake of this. I think Trump has established a bit of a deterrence doctrine on telling giant lies about him in media because they know that he might come after them.
It's in the first
like
time.
this.
BBC is just the latest. And a lot of people have had to pony up.
But I will say the BBC is luckily a British taxpayer problem and not so much ours. So I'm good with the firings, and we can move on from that.
Do you think some compensation is deserving to the president?
Well, I'm sure he'll go after it. But like I said, he's got many other things on his plate, so I think the firings would be sufficient for me. But I'm not the one who was insulted.
So the New York Times is out with a new report on the drama, saying that for 7 days, BBC was essentially paralyzed as they're, worried about what to do, what statement to release. You mentioned people being let go. Would you like to see more than an apology? You'd like to see some compensation?
Well, of course they're paralyzed because they're uncomfortable with accountability. And that's one of the things that I think Trump does a good job about, sort of just putting people on blast, even if he's not suing them. He's like, I will point out what you're doing over and over and over again. And in this case, they're obviously wrong. He's got them dead to rights on this one, which is why, uncharacteristically, someone's paying at least some price right now.
So turning to our own shores here in the United States, there's a new report out about the state of education in the United States that says by the end of the 8th grade, students should be able to define gender identity, gender expression, sexual orientation, and explain that they are distinct components of every individual's identity. Do you think this is a report out of Michigan? Do you think this kind of sex education needs to be in schools?
I would like the distinct part of everyone's identity maybe to be like the ability to read and do math.
How about that?
I think that'd be neat. This is the problem with these things, right? The whole movement from 2020 to 23, this super woke movement where everyone was like, no, we're not taking our eye off the ball. This is a great way to teach kids. It's all brought together and it makes them better people. No, it doesn't work that way. Every school teacher will tell you they have a bandwidth issue. If you're using time on this, you are not teaching them to read and to do math. And in Michigan specifically, if you look at the national report card for 8th and 4th graders, you're looking at like 20 and 30% proficiency.
Well, on that note, we have the nation's report card here. As you can see, only 30% of 8th graders are proficient in reading. Does that mean they're not reading your work, your column?
I mean, come on. That's why we have to get them up to snuff.
30%. Did we focus too much on STEM, math and science, not enough on reading, or is it everything?
Well, the problem is we didn't fix that either. And honestly, you saw this scandal at the University of California, San Diego, where thankfully the faculty blew the whistle and said, like, we have a real problem here with kids not knowing basic math. We have to teach them elementary school and middle school math when they've been accepted to college, which means the system we have in place now is hiding failure. It is trying to tell people, oh, we're teaching your kids, don't worry, look at the grades, they're passing calculus. If they're passing calculus and can't do basic math when they've been accepted to college, we are losing an international war on trying to, like, succeed against the Chinese.
Indeed. Well, thank you, Mary Katharine. It's great to have you here in New York.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.